This recipe is perfect in celebrating the holidays. Made with tender and flaky pie crust. A perfectly sweetened pie filling. Want another recipe? Just keep on watching. First, wet your hands with clean running water. Turn off the tap and apply the soap. Second, lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Lather the back of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. Third, scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. Need a timer? Just sing the happy birthday song from beginning to end twice. Fourth, rinse your hands well under clean running water. And lastly, dry your hands using a clean towel or air dry them. After washing our hands, let us now prepare the pie crust. We need 3 cups of all-purpose flour sifted. Use a sifter or a strainer to sift the flour just to make sure that there will be no lumps. Next, we need a pinch of iodized salt. Then, just mix the dry ingredients until combined. Next, we need 3/4 cups of vegetable shortening. Make sure that the shortening is frozen for us to have a very nice and flaky pie crust. You can also use butter if you don't have shortening. Using a fork, cut the shortening to the dry ingredients until it was nice and crumbly. Next, we need 1 cup of ice-cold water. Add the cold water one at a time until it comes together. Then once the dough is finally moist, you can use your clean hands to form it into a nice dough ball. Next, place the dough in an airtight container or in a cling wrap. Form the dough into a disc and put it in the fridge for about 45 minutes. Now, let us prepare the ingredients needed for the pie filling. After washing the sweet potato, boil it in a simmering water with salt for about 30 minutes. Check it from time to time just to make sure that the sweet potato will not be overcooked. Once the sweet potato can be easily picked, it means that you're good to go. Let it cool for a while, then drain the sweet potatoes. After draining, let them cool under running water. Then, remove the skin of sweet potatoes, then set aside. After peeling the sweet potatoes, we need 3/4 cups of light brown sugar. 2/3 cups of refined white sugar. A teaspoon of iodized salt and a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. We also need 2 whole eggs. a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 6 tablespoons of butter. Then, we will just cut it into cubes. Here's our ingredients. We have 8 medium-sized sweet potatoes, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 2/3 cups of refined white sugar, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, 6 tablespoons of butter, and a teaspoon of cinnamon and salt. Before we proceed to the pie filling, let us set up first the bottom crust. First, get the dough out of the fridge. Put some flour on a clean table so that once we flatten our dough, it will not stick to it. Then once our dough is ready, flatten the dough on the desired size. Make sure that your dough is wider than your pie pan. Once you achieve your desired size, roll the dough on a rolling pin so that we can easily put it in the pan. Before placing the dough in the pan, slightly grease the pan with butter, just to make sure that it will not stick to it. Press the dough towards the pan just to make sure that there's no space in it. Using the kitchen shears, cut the excess dough. Make sure to leave at least 1 inch for us to easily tuck it in. Finally, tuck in the remaining dough, then set aside. Hey everyone! Now, let's do the pie filling. In a large mixing bowl, transfer the sweet potato and mash it until nearly smooth. If you have a mixer, blender, or food processor, you can use it for you to be easily mash the sweet potato. Then, slowly add the butter to the mashed sweet potatoes. Then, just continue mixing it until combined. Then, you can add the eggs. Then, after mixing it, add the brown sugar and the refined white sugar. Then, mix it again until fully combined. Put in the cinnamon and the salt and continue mixing it. Add the vanilla extract and slightly mix it. Pour in 300 ml of condensed milk and mix it until fully combined. Scrape the side to make sure that the ingredients are fully distributed. After mixing, you should achieve this kind of consistency. Once you're done with your pie filling, get the pie crust and pour in the filling. Don't overfill the pie pan for us to have enough room for the top crust. After putting enough filling, give it a tap to make sure that there's no air in the mixture, then set aside. Now, we will work on our top crust. Again, roll out the dough in a floured surface. Then, flatten your dough using a rolling pin until you achieve your desired size. Once you already flatten it in the desired size, you can do any design that you want. In my case, I am using fork to make some design on my dough. And yes, nakakangalay po siya. Once you're done doing your design, roll the dough into the rolling pin so that you can easily put it at the top of your pie pan. Then, slowly put the top crust. Then, cut the excess dough. Leave at least 1 inch so that we can easily tuck it in with the bottom crust. And now, pinch the bottom and the top crust together. And it should look like this. Now, preheat the oven under 190 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. While the oven is preheating, brush off some egg to the top of your crust. This will give the crust its golden color. And now, bake the pie to the preheated oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. After 45 minutes, here's our sweet potato pie. Transfer to a wire rack to cool for 2 hours. There you have it, our sweet potato pie. You can top it with a sweetened whipped cream or a toasted homemade marshmallow. I hope you learn and you like this video. See you in my next baking session. Bye!